Ashanti is among the increasing number of over 40 first-time parents. There are good grounds for the increase in this tendency. Who would have thought that a reconciliation with an ex could be so harmonious? Musicians Ashanti and Nelly, who rekindled their romance in 2023 after a decade apart, recently announced their pregnancy and engagement in April 2024. This will be Nelly's sixth child and Ashanti's first. They're demonstrating that it's never too late to find love at 43 and 49. More significantly, it represents the positive cultural trend that encourages people to have children later in life. The proportion of women giving birth in their 40s is increasing, whereas the proportion of women giving birth under 30 is steadily declining. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention released its most recent figures, which show that it increased by 6% in 2022 over 2021.1 for the first time since 2016. The birth rate rose among women over 45, and there were 12% more births overall. Tina Bytankal, a labor and delivery nurse, reports observing an increase at work. In the obstetric community, people over 35 are referred to as advanced maternal age. The speaker continues. However, a new word that we are starting to hear more often is VAMA, or very advanced maternal age. I heard that more frequently now than I did a few years ago over a longer period of time. Why the rate of pregnancies after 40 is rising. There are several explanations for the change. The Pew Research Center claims that increased levels of educational attainment and women's labor market involvement, together with the trend toward later childbearing, were all exacerbated by the 2008 crisis too. According to Bytankal, there's a greater desire to succeed in life and be creative. The need to do it all requires commitment, hard work, and, most importantly, time. We've noticed that a growing number of people are delaying having children in order to work hard and dedicate every ounce of energy to achieving their goals, says Bytankal. There isn't much room for babies with this. In addition, worries about the state of the economy and inflation rates are present because, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, consumer prices increased by 3.5% between March 2023 and March 2024.3. According to Bytankal, there are probably also people delaying having children in order to save for a down payment on a house, pay off student loans, or simply want to feel more secure in their work and income before committing to starting a family. In addition, a growing number of individuals are delaying marriage or finding a spouse, which may have an effect on the timing of childbearing. According to a different Pew Research Center study, the primary cause is that people still haven't discovered what they are looking for in a mate. Things to think about when trying to conceive after 40. According to Natalie Crawford, MD, a co-founder of Fora Reproductive in Austin, Texas, and a double board-certified reproductive specialist, more patients are beginning families later in life. Naturally, it is entirely feasible to have a healthy child later on, but there are a few things to consider. When someone wants more than one child, but isn't ready to start trying to conceive until their upper 30s or early 40s, that's where we are most concerned, says Dr. Crawford. As we age, the likelihood of becoming pregnant declines, making it more difficult for people to have the size family they may want. It's no secret that as people age, they produce fewer and lower quality eggs. 5. According to Dr. Crawford, women have all the eggs they will ever have at birth, and they lose a group of eggs every single month. Moreover, our eggs have been stored in a vault within our ovary for the entirety of our lives. As we age, we witness an increase in chromosomal abnormalities, as they absorb the wear and tear from the environment around us. There are a few additional factors as well. According to a 2020 study, women over 40 are more likely to experience pregnant hypertension, gestational diabetes, preeclampsia, and the necessity for a C-section. 6. Preterm birth and miscarriage are more likely to occur. It's interesting to note that the likelihood of having multiples unexpectedly rises with age. 7. Studies reveal that the probability of becoming pregnant in a year is 44% for individuals over 40, whereas it is 85% for those under 30.8. The American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists states that getting pregnant naturally is unlikely for someone over 45.5. Dr. Crawford's main recommendation to those who wish to start a family after the age of 40 is to get a fertility evaluation as soon as possible because of this. In the event that you plan to conceive with a partner, this will involve a thorough medical history, ovarian reserve testing, uterine and tubal anatomy assessments, and a semen analysis. This will enable medical personnel to act more quickly in the event that any issues are discovered. The good news is that in vitro fertilization is one option available to those who are having difficulty becoming pregnant. According to studies, 7% of people under 35 and 18% of those between the ages of 35 and 44 have utilized similar reproductive services. 9. It's therefore hardly surprising that stories of younger people freezing their eggs are starting to surface more frequently. According to a survey, the number of Americans freezing their eggs increased by 880% between 2010 and 2016.10. Another increasingly popular reproductive procedure that can improve the chances of a healthy pregnancy is the use of donor eggs. 11. It's crucial to remember that many people may find it impossible to choose any of these options due to costs. Bitancol notes that in cases of later life pregnancies, healthcare professionals will probably keep a closer eye on the patient, particularly in the latter stages, to make sure everything is going according to plan. According to Bitancol, I frequently see things like non-stress tests and ultrasounds to check in on things among people who are VAMA. Dr. Crawford isn't overly concerned about the trend of later motherhood, chances be damned. To maximize each month, she merely advises people to monitor their cycles and comprehend ovulation. Although getting pregnant at age 40 is not impossible, according to Dr. Crawford, it's critical to comprehend your cycles, monitor ovulation, and make sure there are no underlying conditions that can affect your ability to conceive.